people get poorly. We like to think that when people are off sick, it's because they're genuinely off sick and not just because they've got 5 sick days in the contracts to think that they should use them or just fancy having a day off. There are always going to be cases of non-genuine absence, and how you manage your absence and keep on top of it kind of helps you identify all that a bit sooner. So the best thing is to have just quite a good process, really. If somebody's off sick, you need to log it either on a spreadsheet or a notebook or on a chart if you use that kind of stuff. Once somebody comes back into work, get them to fill out a self-certification form. If it isn't a genuine absence, then it will get a lot harder to make up excuses if you're having to write it down every single time. Have return to work interviews, especially if you notice a pattern that somebody's off a lot with the same condition, or it happens to be the same time of the month, or the dates kind of coincide. There might be something external to work going on that it would help you to understand. Also, by keeping really good records, it helps identify patterns. Are they always either side of a weekend? Are they always on a Monday? Is there something going on outside of work that you need to know about? And then obviously you have those examples obviously are for short-term sickness, and you have longer-term sickness that you need to know as a business what you're going to do with that. Do you pay company sick pay? Do you only pay SSP? Is it quite discretionary? If you do pay company sick pay, what happens if somebody is off long-term sick and it runs out? Having policies and processes that you understand and that your employees understand when you get into a situation of sickness, long-term sickness, repeated absences, you are much better equipped to deal with them. If somebody's got a disability, you might want to add the reasonable adjustment, for disabilities onto sickness absences. If you use trigger points, you might want to extend them a bit further before you get into formal processes with people. If your employees are happy for you to keep notes on their conditions and all those kinds of things, that will help you be able to manage when they're off sick as well. So really good record keeping. If you suspect that something isn't quite right, whether you suspect that it's not genuine or you think that there might be something more underlying, deal with it when it comes up. Don't let it drag on for too long, because it then makes it harder to be able to resolve any concerns that you might have with somebody's sickness absence.